It's the Orioles on Masson, and good morning, and welcome to Fenway Park in Boston as the Orioles and the Red Sox will play on this Patriots Day. And the final game of this four-game set, the Orioles with an opportunity to take 3 out of 4 if they can win this one. Good to have coffee with you this morning. Welcome. Question is, will we all stay awake while this game goes on? I think so. The Orioles are playing the Patriots Day game for the second year in a row. This is the 7th time the Orioles have been involved in this Patriots Day, Boston Marathon Day baseball game. Orioles are 4-2, or 2-4 rather, against the Red Sox on this day. This has been an interesting series. Let's go back and take a look. We'll start with Game 1 that started all the excitement in this one. Orioles would lose it 3-2. Sandoval hit by Ubaldo Jimenez and immediately gets thrown out of the game. Everybody's still asking how did that happen and why. We're never going to have a full answer to that, but it didn't undo it. Jimenez was out. Game 2, the Orioles came alive. Defense, De Aza. The throw into second base, Ortiz trying to extend that single is thrown out. That's the way the ball game would go the rest of the way. De Aza had a great day in left field. Orioles came away with a 4-1 win. Their defense, a very big part of it. In Game 3, all about the red-hot Adam Jones. Bases loaded, 3 RBIs. He clears them in the 6th inning. The Orioles go on to win that ball game yesterday by a score of 8-3. This is the way it has gone. The Orioles are up 2-1. Look how they have out-hit the Red Sox, 300-187. Runner at scoring position numbers. Both teams a lot of opportunities, a lot of men left. ERA almost doubled for Boston over what Baltimore's put up. The bullpen, especially the last 2 days for the Orioles, has been spectacular. So Mike Bordick, all in all, for the first 3 of this 4-game set, pretty good for the O's.
Yeah, I'll say, and to start this series, you look at the adversity they were facing with Ubaldo being ejected early on in that game. There were a lot of question marks. How are they going to overcome that? The bullpen's going to be used too early. They're in the East Division. They got to face Red Sox for 3 more games, and then on up to Toronto. Well, they handled it very well. But then they were hit with Jonathan Schoop. And this is what good teams are made of. How do they bounce back from these tests? Well, the last 2 games, they really proved what they're all about. The defense has been solid. Starting pitching has been right there. They're riding, of course, the coattails of Adam Jones and Caleb Joseph, who are red hot right now. And, the bullpen is starting to come around, too. So this is the way the Orioles want to stay consistent and play good baseball, and they're going to be one of the better teams in the game if they do.
And when this ball game starts, some will be crossing the finish line on Boylston Street. Marathon got underway at 9 o'clock this morning. A little bit of rain expected. We hope not. Baseball coming up. Well, rain was expected. We didn't know they were going to start the ball game early because of it. The count is already 2-0 on Alejandro De Aza as the Red Sox took the field very early here. And Justin Masterson, the starting pitcher, is delivering like he's got to get home in about an hour.
Yeah, quick pitch, and take a look at his pitch arsenal. Pretty much a two-pitch pitcher. That fastball 65% of the time, and the slider at 35% of the time. He's had some problems with inconsistencies. His velocity's been down, and earned run average over 7. You see there, 7.59. Still striking him out. 11 strikeouts with the 5 walks. Command has been an issue for Masterson. He's looking to try to get back on track and hope that velocity spikes up a little bit as the season goes on.
Still has a 1-0 record, amazingly, and Alejandro Diaz will go down swinging. And there's the first batter of the ball game.
What he gets with that fastball is that good riding action as it goes off the plate. See the Nissan pitch track working away from Diaz, and sure enough, it shows itself on the plate. A good movement running away to get the first strikeout.
Brady's coming up, the designated hitter, returning to the Orioles during this series from the DL, and has he been hot with a 5 for 10, 4 runs scored. Designated hitter again, as he has been in 3 ball games, with the loss of Jonathan Scope after game 1. Scope is down in Sarasota now, where he will rehab. You just take it day by day. Great cutting pitch. Comes down and in, and the count goes to 1-1.
That's what you're going to see. Lefties are going to see more sliders than the righties. Likes to mix it up. He can get in trouble with that sinker to the lefties if it stays on the plate.
1-1 delivery on the way. That'll be fouled outside of third. Left-handers on the year, and not a lot of at bats. They're hitting .286 against him. The right-handers only .238. Masterson is a pronounced ground ball pitcher. He's among the top 3 in Major League Baseball in the ground ball to fly ball ratio. So when he is on, you'll see the infield doing a lot of work in his ball games. Brady's will take the pitch up high. 91 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour fastball, and the 2-ball, 2-strike count.
What Masterson likes to do is, because he doesn't have a lot of different pitches, he varies his speeds. His fastball can range from 84 to 90, and the slider 75 to about 82.
That'll go towards second base. Pedroia will come over to get it. The underhand flip to Napoli, and there are 2 down. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Diaz, Paredes, and Jones, Davis, Snyder, Machado, Flaherty, Lavarnway gets the start behind the plate, and Cabrera. Chris Davis last 4, 6 for 18, a home run, 5 RBIs. He's had a good series. Nobody, though, has had a better series than this. Adam Jones, 8 for 14 in this series, now up to 457, leading the American League in average. He has a 9-game hit streak going, and will take the pitch outside for a ball. He's had a home run and 5 RBIs in this series against the Red Sox, and he's hitting the ball really hard.
He's squaring everything up. They're trying to throw him sliders, fastballs. He's on every pitch. Healthy cut right there. Of course, in yesterday's ball game, big home run and base clearing double. So he is doing some damage along with his 9-game hitting streak. A couple doubles, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs in that stretch.
He is 7 for 28 lifetime off Masterson. His delivery will be inside. Adam is now the league leader in average. He is tied for 2nd in home runs. He leads the American League in RBIs with 16. He is 2nd in slugging, 3rd in on-base percentage, and tied for 1st in runs. Gets it in there. Down goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our Jeep inside the numbers. There are the rankings for Adam Jones.
Yeah, there it is. That batting average first at 459. Home runs tied for 2nd. RBIs, hits, total bases, everything up at the top of the list. And I'll tell you one thing that isn't on there. The fact that Adam Jones has only struck out 5 times this year. Now, very susceptible, obviously, to chasing pitches off the plate, but he's had good discipline this year, and he's hammering the mistakes on the plate.
A 3-ball, 2-strike count to him for Masterson with 2 down. And the pitch will be inside. There's a little bit of that patience we were talking about. So he will draw the walk. 2 down, 1 on.
Take a look at the defense behind Masterson this morning. Ramirez, Betts, and Victorino in the outfield. Bogarts and Pedroia up the middle. Holt moving over to third base today. Napoli at first, and Hannigan back behind the plate.
9 errors committed by the Red Sox D in the year. They are in the middle of the pack in fielding percentage coming into today's game. They are 8th. Here is Chris Davis. 4-game hit streak for Chris, with the 4 for 13 and a home run and 2 RBIs in this series. as the Orioles have a chance to take 3 out of 4. What obviously would be a very big series. The first meeting of these two teams. Runners are out there on this Patriots Day. The Boston Marathon got underway. They start in different stages down the line, and that's going to be fouled. So there'll be runners crossing the finish line, not very far from the ballpark, starting right about now. For the races, the wheelchair races, crossing usually first, and then they have the elite runners go in the first wave here in the marathon. It used to be that this game was played in the morning so that it would finish at about the time the first runners were crossing the finish line. But the race times have picked up so much, and the race has started earlier. Actually, it's about the middle of the pack is coming across the finish line by the time this game is over now. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Masterson, after getting the first 2, now with the 2-1 on Davis. Adam Jones being held by Napoli at first. Shift on against Chris. And the pitch to him will be there for a strike.
Pretty good backdoor slider. Obviously you saw the slider to Paredes that he worked in, and he's going to have to mix up his locations with both his fastball and slider, try to keep hitters off balance. See the Nissan pitch track there, trying to stay away to Chris Davis.
Adam Jones edging off a little bit. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be inside. So another full count. He goes 3-2 on Jones, walked him, now goes 3-2 on Davis. Masterson got his win in his first outing. 2 runs, 3 hits, 6 innings against Philly. Non-decision against the Nationals, where he gave up 7 runs on 8 hits and 4 2/3 innings in his last start. And Davis will go down swinging. So Masterson gets a couple of strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Lines, book your low fare now at southwest.com. 44 degrees at game time. Another bone-chilling day. Overcast skies, light mist this morning. Rain expected as we go along into the day. Not expected to get any warmer. The wind at times blowing in from center. Red Sox lineup: Betts, Pedroia, and Hannigan.
Take a look at Wei-Yin Chen's pitch arsenal this season. Fastball 56% of the time. Breaking ball, he's got the slow curve and the tighter slider at 26%. And the changeup, the straight change this year, 18% of the time. So nice consistent mix out of Wei-Yin Chen. 8 punch outs, 3 walks with that 4.35 earned run average. Pretty good start against the Yankees in his last start. Did give up 2 solo home runs. And this Red Sox team has had some success against him in the past.
Wei-Yin Chen's delivery, Mookie Betts leading it off. Betts, after his first hit in this series, he has had an 0 for 7, hitting it just a .91 with a couple of home runs coming into this ballgame. And the pitch away. He was a terror against left-handers last year. He hit .328 against left-handed pitchers last season. 29-year-old left-hander for the Orioles. No decisions. First 2 starts. Pitch will be taken up high, and the ever-present patience of the Red Sox hitters shows early, whether it be 11 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. A 2-ball, 1-strike count on Mookie Betts. And that is there for a strike.
Fastball there. Chen's game is basically establish that fastball. He has the ability to work it in and out and then start mixing up those secondary pitches as the game progresses.
Just missed with that one. He had a good record against the Red Sox last year. He went 3-1 last season against Boston. His lifetime marked 5-3 with an ERA of 4.24 against Boston. That ball fouled back, and the full count 3-2.
Yeah, last year Wei Chen kind of turned the corner against this team. They gave him some problems first couple years, and last year, as you mentioned, a nice record. This is his last start against the Red Sox last September. 7 strong innings, only 1 earned run. So maybe his confidence has changed against this team.
Pitch will be hit into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So Betts gets his first hit of this series as he delivers a single. And our Express Care Express Stat. Express Care LifeBridge Health Partner. For locations, visit whywaitinther.com.
Worst team batting average versus left-handed pitching. You see the Red Sox there at the bottom of the list at 198. Pirates, Brewers, Astros, and White Sox also struggling against the lefties. But talked about it yesterday. The righties might not be hitting for average, but their power numbers certainly up. Ramirez 5 homers. Righties 10 home runs. So Wei Chen has to be careful. The average down.
Runner goes. Pedroia takes. Here's the throw. Lavarnway, a one-hopper. It'll go into center field. The runner will advance. So a stolen base and an error on Lavarnway, and the Red Sox get a runner to third, running right out of the chute against their former catcher. Lavarnway now with the Orioles.
Well, Betts his 4th stolen base of the season. This goes first move on Wei Chen. Excellent jump. Lavarnway comes out of the chute. Betts' speed wins, but it's keeping that ball in the infield. What hurts here? Throw down, hits Betts, kicks away from Flaherty. Flaherty in the backup position, but an unfortunate break for the Orioles and Lavarnway there as Betts scoots on into third base with no outs.
So an RBI chance Pedroia. The infield will stay back here in the first inning. Chen's delivery to him. Pedroia, big cut. Pedroia had the day off yesterday. He doesn't take many of those. He has really been a nemesis for Chen. 14 for 27 in his career against Wei Chen. A big number. He rested yesterday because the bat's been a little quiet with the 0 for 7 in this series, hitting .255 in the year. Left-hander's pitch to him. That'll be grounded foul outside of third. And it'll stay at a 2-strike count on Pedroia with Ortiz waiting on deck.
Good job getting ahead. Big cut on the fastball. There, the slider. Not quite the location he wanted it. Stayed up in the zone. You see the pitch track. Keep the pitches elevated. You're going to be asking for problems here. So working down is going to be a key for Chen.
Red Sox have struggled in this series with runners in scoring position. That's a bouncer. Good stop by Lavarnway. That kicked up the dust in front of home plate on that one. They put out enough turfus here. That's the stuff they put when it rains to soak up the water. I mean, they did the whole infield. That's how much rain they're expecting. If it starts, they're going to try and play through it and at least get an official game in. So they put enough turfus out there for a hurricane. I mean, it's a whole new infield. 1 ball, 2-strike count, runner off third base. And a swing and a foul tip held on to. Pedroia chasing, and Chen gets a strikeout for the first out.
A nice pitch from Wei Chen. Nice smooth delivery, and ball pops out of his hands at 90, 91 miles an hour. It can't be located any better than that. Pedroia's got to protect. Might have been just off the plate. Certainly a great pitcher's pitch. First out for Chen.
Ortiz tossed out of the ball game yesterday, his 11th career ejection, and the last 3 of those have come against Baltimore. He is back in the lineup today, the DH. Good numbers off Chen, 8 for 21 with a home run. Betts off third base, 1 down. Pitch up and in from the left-hander Chen. For Wei Chen last year, the bigger numbers, left-handers hit .250. Right-handers hit only .207. That's this year. Last season it was almost exactly the same, .268, .266 lefty righties. He actually squared around a little bit, but looked like he was taking the pitch, and the count goes to 2-0.
Let's get some movement over there. Of course, Manny's got to stay close to Betts at third base and certainly protect. Now, David Ortiz has shown that bunt on occasion.
This is a weird lineup in the infield. Shortstop is in, second baseman's in right field. Delivery on the way, and Ortiz will take that. With these shifts, we see alignments that you've never seen in baseball before. Third and second, if you will, but second's being played really by the shortstop. Cabrera will try and hold the runner at third, while the first baseman is Davis is back at first, and you got Flaherty way out there in right field. Swing and a miss. 91-mile-an-hour fastball he tried to drive, and the count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, good fastball from Wei-Yin Chen. Of course, David Ortiz wanting to do some damage. It's the fastball that he wants, but again, that little extra life explodes through the zone. It gets strike two.
Ortiz 275 off lefties last year. 2-2 delivery, and that ball put up in the air to right field. It'll get a run in. Snyder is there, tagging up his Betts. Throw will come in through the cutoff man, way off the mark. Ortiz gets the RBI, and the Red Sox get the 1-0 lead on the sac fly.
David Ortiz knows what to do when he gets the bat in his hands and runners on base. But let's take a look at the Orioles defense. De Asa, Jones, and Snyder in the outfield. Cabrera and Flaherty once again up the middle with Machado and Davis on the corners. And Lavarnway, a little homecoming for him. He was drafted in the 6th round by the Red Sox back in 2008. Up and down for 4 years with them. So he's getting the start behind the plate today.
Ortiz picks up RBI number 4 on the year. And that will bring Ramirez up. Ramirez batting cleanup. Ground ball to first base. Davis will take it to the bag. So that's going to be an unearned run scored. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. Nobody left on base. And after 1 on this Patriots Day, Red Sox 1-0. $18.97 when it began. 24.5 miles. Originally Metcalf's Hill and Ashland to the Oval. And then in 24 lengthened to 26 miles 385 to conform to the Olympic standard. From 97 to 1986 held on Patriots Day, commemorating the start of the Revolutionary War, and in 1969 officially moved to the 3rd Monday of April. First finish, John McDermott got the win. The first woman was Roberta Gibb in 66. First women's champion Nina Cusick in 72. And the first wheelchair champion Bob Hall in 1975. Masterson back to work here as Travis Snyder will stand in. Snyder, Machado, and Flaherty. Snyder's hit in all 3 of the last 3 he's been in. He's 2 for 9 in this series. And he'll wrap that one into right center field for a base hit. Going to get by and go all the way to the well. On his way to third base. Gotten by Betts. He'll get it back in. And a break for the Orioles. So the teams exchange breaks here in consecutive innings. As Snyder gets the base hit and ends up at third.
Travis Snider, a nice piece of hitting, gets the high fastball, stays on top of it, and smokes it out to the right center gap. Betts can't cut it off even with that great speed. Snider recognizes that. He puts it into the next gear.
I guess he'll get a triple on that because Betts never got over there. So the infield's going to move in with Manny Machado up. Machado goes to the line. It is short. Bogarts is there. Even in. He's able to make the catch, and Manny Machado retired. So Snider stays at third. Our Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, Crystal Moore from Walbrook. $500 for being selected, $500 for every Orioles home run hit today. And play the Baseball Bucks Scratch Offs, win up to $50,000, or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Go to mdlottery.com/baseball. So credit Snider with the 3-bagger. First he's had this year, third the Orioles have hit. Infield in even a little closer. And Ryan Flaherty with a chance to tie the ball game up. Flaherty's had a 3-game hit streak, and he's hit Masterson hard, 5 for 8 off the Red Sox starter with a home run.
Yeah, great numbers off Masterson. Loves hitting here at Fenway Park. Big home run yesterday.
That'll get a run in way back near the Green Monster. It'll go halfway up the wall. Snider will score. Flaherty's on his way to second. He's got a double and an RBI. The game is tied. And Ryan Flaherty would be in the Hall of Fame if he could only play every game at Fenway Park.
Well, he gets excited coming here. Of course, we talked about family and friends all over the place. Hannigan wants the fastball in, but there you go. Leaking out over the plate, and he stays on it. Nice job driving it to left field. He's been working on that all year, and he comes through in a big way to put the Orioles on the board.
Third RBI for Ryan Flaherty. Ties the ball game up. Here's Lavarnway. You know how badly he wants to have a good game. Being with this Red Sox team over the years, he played 97 games during the years that he was with Boston. Joseph caught all 3 of the first 3 games of this series. Lavarnway with the runner on his second base, and he'll take it outside.
Now, Ryan Lavarnway, pretty interesting winter for him. The Red Sox designated him for assignment, and the Dodgers claimed him in December, and then the Dodgers designated him, and the Cubs claimed him, and then they designated him, and the Orioles were able to land him. And look at him now. Made the opening day roster for the Orioles and looking to stay back in the big leagues.
On the outside corner, 2 ball, 1 strike count. Both teams have had trouble with runners in scoring position in this series. The Orioles coming in 6 for 26. Now 1 for 1 today. Red Sox 2 for 20 in this series. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Breaking ball, that's back on the inside corner after he'd worked away with all the pitches, and it'll even the count up at 2-2.
Tough on righties. That sinker that he throws sometimes takes off, so you're a little concerned about that. Working away, and then he throws that front door slider. So your initial thought is, better look out, and it busts back over the plate for the strike.
And he swings it one away, and the strikeout will be the 3rd for Master.
Moving the locations and velocities of his pitches are key for his success. And back-to-back sliders, but one on the inside corner, and this one working itself way off the outside corner. Lavarnway giving chase. Second out for Masterson.
So a runner on at second base. Here is Cabrera. Orioles switch hitter with a 3 for 12 in the series. Bigger numbers over last year for Masterson. Left-handers hit .320 against him, and right-handers .239. And the pitch framed, and it is in there for a strike. So Masterson trying to get out of this inning, allowing only the 1 run, a triple and a double. Snider and Flaherty. And now a base hit. The Orioles could get the lead here in the second inning. 6-game hit streak for Cabrera. Takes the off-speed breaking ball. That's in there for a strike.
Backdoor slider. Now Masterson in his last start giving up 7 earned runs. Didn't make it into the 5th inning, and then said he just couldn't get loose. Felt tight both mentally and physically, so he wants to relax out there on the mound, free up his arm, and let those pitches work. Right now he's getting some pretty good movement, but he's made some mistakes with his command, and the Orioles have been able to take advantage of it.
Wind blowing in as it has for the last 3 days. Not too hard right now. We've still seen the ball leave this ballpark for both these ball clubs. That ball is going towards the middle. Bogart scoops it up, makes the play in the dirt, and a nice pick by Napoli to save an error and a run. So the Orioles will get a run on a couple of hits, no errors. They leave one in scoring position. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Ball game now tied at 1 apiece. Wins page. The Yankees completed their best trip to Tampa Bay in a decade. They have swept in their first series against Tampa. Toronto has lost 5 of their first 7 games on their first homestand. The Orioles head there after this game today. Chris Archer will look to extend his 14-inning scoreless streak against the Red Sox tomorrow. He's not had success against Boston. 1-4 with a 6.03 ERA. Red Sox will be heading down to Tampa after this game to start a road trip. Here a 1-1 ball game with Napoli coming up, second inning. Napoli, Victorino, and Holt against left-hander Wei Chen. 2 for 11 in the series for Napoli, who will take the strike on the 69-mile-an-hour pitch. Good one.
Wei Chen, the ability to flip some of those slower breaking balls in there just to offset the rhythm and timing of hitters.
Came back with a heater, and he was late on it, but it's heading towards the promised land. Davis, oh, nice catch. Chris Davis with his back to home plate, able to haul that in. That's a fine play, and he was the only one who was going to get to it.
Yeah, beautiful play, and he doesn't make the basket catch. He actually reaches up and catches it over his head. Good concentration and focus there by Davis.
Out recorded here in the second inning. That'll bring up Shane Victorino, the switch hitter, 1 for 4 in this series. He's had only 1 hit off Wei Chen, and that's a home run. He is 1 for 10 against Chen. Shift is put on as they play him to pull in the infield. Victorino hit .325 off the lefties last year, 90 points higher than against right-handers. And the pitch taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Shane Victorino with Holt waiting on deck.
Well, the Red Sox hoping Shane Victorino can stay healthy and be a contributor. Had some problems with some injuries the last couple of years that have kept him on the shelf. Now they have some players waiting in the wings. They made a big signing to get the Cuban player. He's in AAA. He was just injured though, but they're counting on him to help out this season. But they'd love for Victorino to stay healthy. Good
pitch, got him to go after one away. Chen gets his second strikeout. 2 down here in the second inning.
When you're consistent with your fastball, occasionally you will get chases. This fastball riding up and out of the zone away. Victorino's trying to protect there with the 2 strikes. Chen get a big strikeout.
Hot bat in the lineup for the Red Sox is Brock Holt. He's moved around, second base yesterday, third base today. He's got a 6-game hit streak, including a 4 for 9 in this series. During his streak, he's gone 12 for 23 over a 6-game span and picked up 5 RBIs. 2 down, nobody on, and the pitch to him, close but not quite. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Yeah, Holt, good understanding of his own strike zone. Never tries to do too much up there. He's a patient hitter.
Loops that one towards left field. De Aza over, and that ball started to take off on him. De Aza holds it in, and Chen has a clean second inning. We've completed 2 on this Patriots Day. Baltimore, Boston, 1-1. Adventure, fresh local seafood, and the eclectic array of world-class cuisine. Savor Sarasota Restaurant Week coming up June 1 through the 14th, celebrating its 10th year. Go to savorsarasota.com. And another beautiful day there. Well, we've got player change here as Ramirez has come out of the ball game and Craig has come on to play in left field. Don't know why. We'll try and get an update on that. Hanley Ramirez out of the ball game and Craig is in left. 1-1, top of the third inning, and back to the top of the order. De Aza, strikeout victim, his first time up. Alejandro at 244, and the pitch off speed will miss outside for a ball.
Alan Craig out there in left field, probably pretty happy to get some playing time. He's one of these players that unfortunately was brought over in a trade, expected to be one of the key members of the outfield, contribute with his bat, but has been relegated to a bench role. All the other players they acquired this offseason.
Yep. See the Boston uniforms, those are the Boston home jerseys that they have worn for the last 3 seasons. Pitch will be fouled off. Part of the marathon now each year, of course, is the commemoration of the terrible bombing incident that took place here. So they honor that with these uniforms that are worn on this Patriots Day. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Masterson's delivery is bunted, but right back to him. For the out. On Friday, the Orioles are going to be back home. They'll be at Camden Yards with a 3-game weekend series against these Red Sox. It is the only weekend series of the year at Camden Yards where the Red Sox will be in town. Good seats still remain for each game, but they won't last. Show you Birdland pride. Paint the park orange. Tickets 888-8489 to go to Orioles.com. One away here in the third. Paredes coming up. DH grounded out his first time up. And we'll take the pitch inside for a ball. With those kind of numbers up, you're going to play. And Paredes is. And he whacks that one into right field. That ball is way back there. It'll take a hop and go up into the seats. He is just stinging the baseball, and he's got a double with one away. Ground rule double here in the third.
Now, Jimmy Paredes a real good hitter, a real good young hitter. He gets on this fastball. Another fastball. Masterson trying to get it into the lefty. But with that run action, it runs back over the plate. Paredes waiting for it and hammers it. A deep part of Fenway Park, bouncing up into the stands for that double.
So the Orioles get another opportunity. Push a run in here in a 1-1 ball game, and Adam Jones, who drew a walk his first time up, is going to get that chance. Pedroia will hold the runner close at second base, and Adam will go after the first pitch and foul it back. Jones so far this season with runners in scoring position hitting .556. He's 5 for 9 with a home run. That is 6th best in the league. The Orioles have 3 of the early leaders with runners in scoring position. Snyder is 4th, Caleb Joseph is 5th, and Adam Jones is 6th in that department in the American League.
Pretty impressive clutch players.
0-1 delivery on the way. He'll come inside. Adam kind of giving away a little last night when we talked to him after the ball game about his approach and why he's doing so well, saying they want us, talking about the ball club, to chase breaking balls early because we're aggressive hitters, and we're trying not to do that. Thus get a 1-0, 2-0 count. That ball's going to go into center field. Betts, he'll make the catch. Paredes has to stay, and there are 2 down.
Yeah, we've really seen that approach stay consistent here the first couple weeks of the season. Not chasing early and falling behind. Actually, they've put themselves in a better hitting position, and we've seen pitchers, starting pitchers on the opposing team, really get worked and high pitch counts in the middle of ball games. So, credit to this Orioles offense for obviously understanding that and trusting that approach, and it's been working.
Now Chris Davis will try for the 2-out RBI. Orioles 1 for 4 already in this game with runners in scoring position. And Davis will take the pitch for a strike. Chris, too, has done a good job in these situations early on. He's 5 for 14, which is a good number. Orioles ranked 4th in the American League at 303, their team average, with runners in scoring position. Shift on against Davis. Pitch will be taken up high. Real good secondary lead by Paredes with the shift on. The shortstop Bogarts is having to hold, and he's way off the bag, as you see. Paredes really able to get an extra jump here at second base.
Yeah, he's really going to try to extend, maybe get Bogarts to get out of his positioning a little bit to help Davis. And with the big lead and a little bit of movement back there, you can get into a pitcher's head as well. And I think hoping Masterson might make a mistake to Davis and pick up a big second run.
Orioles trying to get the lead here in the third inning. Delivery to Chris Davis, and not even close. So the count will go to 3-1 with 2 down. Snyder's waiting on deck. Orioles getting those left-handed batters in against Masterson, who has struggled against them. Jones, right-handed hitter. Manny Machado, right-handed hitter. Lavarnway, right-handed. The rest are left. And he didn't want any part of it. So a couple of walks by Masterson, and that'll put runners at first and second now with 2 down.
You can afford to be careful there with the 2 outs and Chris Davis at the plate. Now, granted, Snyder whistled that triple in his last at bat, but Masterson known for the ground ball. I mean, throughout his career, he's had a lot of success. So this is an opportunity to get an easy out at any base if he can get it on the ground.
Snyder picked up the triple leading off the second, scored on the RBI double by Flaherty. That's his 6th major league triple. He had only one all of last season. He gets one early this year. Pitch to him. Snyder will take the off-speed delivery, and that is in there for a strike. Snyder has faced Masterson only twice at the plate. 1 for 2. The base hit coming in this one. He too has gotten it done with a 4 for 6 in these situations. Paredes off second base. Davis off first. 0-1 delivery on the way and a ground ball towards second. That'll be played by Pedroia, and that will do it in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Orioles have stranded 4 through 3. Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by PNC for the achiever in you. Baseball for breakfast. Ball game tied at 1-1. That's how you come dressed on this day. Triple layers and a nice warm blanket.
I forgot my warm blanket.
You want that.
I do.
Don't go steal that kid's blanket. Ball game tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bogarts, Hannigan, and Betts will be due up. Wei-Yin Chen, no walks, couple of strikeouts. Unearned run, 1st inning for the Red Sox. Pitch will be taken away. Bogarts, couple of hits, 11 at bats, and an RBI in the series. He's picked up 8 ribbies so far in the year. And Wei-Yin Chen miss up high with that. The count goes to 2-0. See how that wind picking up, blowing around. There are storms in the area. You're standing down at home plate. It's blowing right in your face. Pitch on the way to him, and that will be up high. We were 44 degrees at the game start, and it's not expected to get really much warmer than that for the whole day. 3-0 delivery by Chen, and that will be in there for a strike. For Bogarts, obviously looking to improve on the offensive numbers that he put up last year. He'll be a steady at shortstop this season for the Red Sox, and he was.
Rare walk right there by Wei-Yin Chen. Certainly didn't want to walk the leadoff batter. I'm sure Walter wondering where that last pitch was. A pretty good fastball at the bottom of the zone.
We've had changing umpires in this series. That's Andy Fletcher, who's been here for all 3. Pat Holberg is at first game he's done in the series. Jerry Meals, a crew chief, he's done them all at second. And Tom Woodring, his first game of the series, is at 3rd. It's one way to get warmed up. Holler at the umpire.
Yeah, I'm still hot about that. Let him know, Wei-Yin Chen is known for the control, command. Low walks in his career.
Red Sox already doing a little running. Betts got on in the 1st inning, leadoff batter, and stole. Ryan Hannigan at the plate, 1 for 5, a homer, a couple of RBIs in this series. Bogarts, of course, with speed over there at first base. He is 2 for 2, stealing. Chen's delivery. That'll be a strike at the knees on the inside corner to Hannigan.
We saw Betts run on Chen in the 1st inning, and he went first move. You have have to be aggressive. Wei and Chen pretty quick to the plate. It's tough to go on lefties, and typically if you do steal off a lefty, you're not going on his time to the plate. You're just going as soon as he moves that front leg and taking the chance, the risk that he is throwing home.
Chen's delivery, Hannigan over the head of Davis. That's a fair ball. It'll go off the facade. Bogaerts will head over to third. Snyder will get it back in, and the Red Sox cover the corners here in the third inning with nobody out.
Well, Hannigan's had problems catching up to the fastball this whole series, and if he's going to get on one, typically this is where it's going to go, right field, and he does hug it right down the right field line, just up over the outstretched reach of Chris Davis. Bogaerts on his horse, hustling in the third. Right field at Fenway Park, one of the toughest to play in all of baseball. A lot of quirky angles. That ball kicked off the wall back to Snyder, and he kept the double play in order. Bogaerts at third.
Now Mookie Betts says the Red Sox have a chance for a big inning. Chen, a fly ball pitcher. 60% of his outs recorded on balls in the air. Pitch on the way, off speed deliveries in there for a strike. Betts delivered a single, scored in the first inning. Chen, among those Orioles starters, all of them last year, so good in these situations. Only a .204 average against him with runners in scoring position last season. The delivery to Betts, and that is inside.
Real good pitch. Slow breaking ball, tighter slider right there, and that is the absolute location you want to hit. Down and in to the righty. Chop a ball to third base. What an offensive player doesn't want to do is just that. Keep the ball away from the corners. Check the runner back and potentially get a double play.
Betts will foul that one off. For Mookie Betts in these situations, 3 for 13 to start the year. Red Sox in the series now. They're 0 for 1 today with runners in scoring position. 2 for 21 in the 4 games. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Very short lead. Hannigan at first. Pitch on the way. Ground ball. Knocked down. Runner comes. They got to play at the plate, but he couldn't pick it up. And they don't get the runner at first. That'll be an error on Chen. And it's a 2-1 Red Sox lead.
Very uncharacteristic error right there by Wei and Chen. Pretty easy comebacker. Big hop right at eye level. It's in the glove and squirts around. The cold weather really tightens that leather up. Makes it a little stiff. You don't have a better feel for the ball. When it gets in the glove, boom, scoots out. But then picks the head up. Tries to be too quick. And that hesitation allows Bogaerts to score. And Betts to hustle down safely at first base. And now the pressure on Chen.
So the Red Sox have a 2-1 lead. And here is Pedroia, strikeout victim his first time up. Red Sox defense, the Orioles defense rather, letting them down a bit here. That's one of those, you're giving the other team an extra out. Even if you don't get a play at the plate on that, you want an out. And the pitch will be at the knees for a strike. Pedroia still without a hit in this series. He has gone 0 for 8. Pedroia, of course, has been really good against the Orioles with a lifetime average of .321. 0-1 count. Bunt. Had Davis back. Davis, though, will be able to tag him in the baseline. Guess he will get a sacrifice on that. Kind of surprising that he would do that there, but maybe feels as though he's struggling, so that's how he helped the ball club.
Yeah, I think so. Good idea right there. And the Red Sox have had a problem scoring runs in this series. Why not get 2 runners over in scoring position? Smart play by the veteran Pedroia.
It is only the first out of the inning. So over to third base goes Hannigan. Down to second goes Betts. The infield, again, a weird alignment here. They're still looking in to try and see what the bench wants them to do. Here is Ortiz, the shift on. Ortiz pops it up. There's nobody there on that side except Manny Machado. He will make the play, and there is a big out. Ortiz retired, leaving the runners at third and second.
Yeah, it really was a huge situation for Big Poppy, and can't come through there. Good pitch by Wei-Yin Chen. Gets him to swing at that first pitch and not do any damage.
So now 2 down.
Take a look at the pitch here. The hard slider down and away. And he's thinking, well, does it have a chance? Oh, he's frustrated. There's a big chance for the Red Sox to really bust it open. That's the punishment there. Take the bat to the forehead.
Good idea. Always a good idea. Here is Alan Craig. So he's going to get his first at bat. Came in for Hanley Ramirez. The word from the Red Sox was Ramirez just didn't feel well. So he came out of the ball game after starting in left field. Chen trying to work his way out of this inning and perhaps surrender only the 1 run. See whether or not he can get that done.
All the Orioles starting pitchers done a nice job past couple years of minimizing damage in these type of situations. Good opportunity. Get away with just giving up the 1.
Craig just a 2 for 9 on the year. No RBIs. And he will take the pitch away for a ball. So a 2-0 count. Chen's got to be struggling with the cold weather, trying to grip that baseball. Seemingly it's getting colder because the wind keeps blowing in from center field and really adds a chill in a 44-degree day.
Yeah, it's been a test here the past few games. The cool air, the dry air, and now the wind picking up.
That is on the outside corner for a strike. Craig, the long look on that one. You see the cloudy rain forecast. Wind chill of 38 degrees, 17-mile-an-hour winds in from center. Let's play 2. Let's just get the 1 in. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Runners off second and third. Craig will take it. It is down low. So 3 ball, 1 strike count.
Good try right there by Wei-Yin Chen. You have the open base. Craig not a lot of playing time, so hasn't seen a lot of pitches. You think he might be a little over aggressive, but he's showing good patience as Chen works the perimeter. Nothing on the plate there, but okay with the open base.
233 off lefties last year. Craig will take it. So Chen surrenders the walk, which will be his second, both coming in the inning. The first one scored. Leadoff walk to Bogarts. Bases loaded, and Napoli coming up. Key moment early in the ballgame.
Sure is. Napoli's had his struggles. Picked up the base hit the other way on a pitch that was over his head. In yesterday's game, see that 140 batting average, no RBIs. Of course, this would be a situation that he'd hoped to come through with his team. Wei-Yin Chen trying to expose him as he's scuffling to get the big hits.
He is 3 for 18 against Chen, but 2 of the 3 hits have been home runs. 2 down, bases loaded. A run in, pitch inside for a ball. Chen doing it the hard way in this game as he's working behind hitters on those first pitches that are not strikes.
Yeah, it's so important to get ahead of this Red Sox offense. We've talked the whole series and will continue all season long on how patient they are, seeing more pitches than any other team. So getting ahead crucial.
Napoli with a 1-0. Pitch on the way to him, and that is outside. And the count goes 2-0, not where Chen wanted to be. Napoli trying to bring him home there. The first pitch strikes for Chen and for Masterson. I mean, that's a good number overall for Chen, 10 out of 14.
Yeah.
This inning has been the problem here in the third. 2-0 delivery on the way. No place to put him, and it's 3-0.
Well, it's not that he's way off. He is just missing with so many of his offerings. Just on the outside corner. That one very close. His go-to pitch if he falls behind that fastball down and away, but just off that outside corner. You see the pitch track nibbling the edges, maybe trying to be too fine in this crucial situation.
Pitch track says none of those were there. 3-0 count. Craig takes it. It is a strike. And we go to 3-1. Alan Craig now talking. Andy Fletcher, the home plate umpire. This has been a series where the umpires have been able to please no one. Not uncommon in the game. this series seems as though whoever's been behind the plate, nobody's happy. Hannigan bets. Craig the base runners, and he walks them with the bases loaded. RBI will be picked up by Napoli. That'll bring home Hannigan, and it is a 3-1 Boston lead. An ugly inning.
Wei and Chen now looking in, wondering where those pitches are. Starts him off with the slider. Would have been good if it would have been a strike, but then back to the outside corner, tailing off. Once again, tailing off. Chen wanting that one. Gets the called strike. But just misses again. And Wei and Chen hoping one of those. Well, you got the one, but the other three were just off the plate, and that is a tough walk with the bases loaded.
So the bases will remain loaded. Eighth batter of the inning, Shane Victorino, will be coming up with 2 down. Inning that has featured only 1 hit, a single by Hannigan, an error, and 3 walks. And as is the adage in baseball, when you give a team an extra out, which Chen did by not getting an out on that ball that was hit back to him by Betts, you will pay for it. And he is here in this inning. Still just 3-1. Victorino, strikeout victim, his first time up. Shift on in the infield. Pitches there for a strike.
Wei and Chen, really nobody knows about that more than him. Helping yourself. A great defender. Probably should have won a Gold Glove last year. That may have been only his second error in an Orioles uniform. I know he was errorless last year.
That ball is down the line, and for the Orioles a break. It ends up foul. Red Sox runners will go back to their respective bases. Torino got around on that one, but a 2-strike count. Oh-2. Chen's delivery to him. Victorino will punch that one the other way. And that will end up amidst the winter coats. And it'll stay at 2 strikes.
There you go. Perfect example of Wei and Chen getting ahead and forcing the Red Sox to expand. Victorino doesn't want to strike out with this big situation, so he has to widen the plate. He protected there as that fastball just ran off a bit.
Barnway sets the target up high. That's where the pitch is, but he wouldn't chase it. Ball and 2 strikes on Shane Victorino. Long inning for Wei and Chen. 54 pitches have been thrown so far by Chen. Runners off every base. Ground ball to third, and it skips by into left field. Betts scores. Craig scores. Napoli goes to third. 2 runs are in. And the Red Sox have a 5-1 lead. It will be a base hit, I'm sure. Even though Machado will say I should have had it. 2 RBIs.
Well, Manny expects to make every play down there at third base, and typically so good at one of these short hop type plays. Comes off the dirt. He reads it pretty well. Gets out in front of him, can't come up with it. Just a little bit in between. A bigger hop than he expects. Goes off the pinky part of the glove down into the corner.
And they are going to give second base to Victorino. The umpires met at the mound.
Well, the fan hit it, but I don't think he can assume that it would have been a double. I mean, it comes off the wall, and an umpire's just, because of a fan touches it, he can't just automatically put a guy on second base and assume that it would have been a double.
No, but they can make it. It's their discretion as where the runner would have been if the fan hadn't touched it.
Yeah,
that's the decision. See the umpire right there signaling the interference call, and now the umpires meet and say where would the runner have been if the fan hadn't touched it, and that's a judgment call on their part. And
that's what Buck's arguing about. There's no way he would have got to second base. Guerrero was standing right there picking up the ball.
So at the moment and it's not going to change, that will be a double then for Victorino and 2 RBIs. Boy, what a tough inning for Wei Chen, and a 5-1 ball game, and heating up his buck. And that's the argument. Where would he have gone if the fan hadn't touched this?
So that's the next hop off of Manny's glove, rolls down there. So Victorino isn't even at first base by the time it hits the wall, and then Cabrera picks it up.
Jerry Meals is the crew chief who's in the argument with Buck. He's at second base. There's no review on this or anything. This is just a discretionary call.
Take a look here on the replay. The chopper from Victorino. Manny trying to get the short hop off the glove. And take a look at Victorino just getting to first base, and the umpire was just making the call, and Cabrera was standing there. So Buck, a valid argument. There's two runners now into scoring position.
So a 5-1 lead. Red Sox have 5 runs on 2 hits. I can't believe they're calling that an error. They've called that an error on Manny Machado. That's a tough one. That's the 3rd error of the ball game, 2 in this inning. I think all these runs are going to be unearned. And the Red Sox have now batted around. Here is Brock Holt. Holt flied out his first time up. 5-1 lead for the Red Sox with the 4 runs in here in the 3rd inning. Error charged on Machado on the Victorino ball. Swing and a miss by Holt. And the count will be 0-2 again.
Manny's still a little upset about that play. He made a good aggressive read to come in and get it. And now he might be second guessing maybe more of a drop step to protect that ball from eating him up.
0-2 delivery on the way. That'll be outside. Big lead at third with Napoli bouncing down the line. Infield shifted around, not completely, but playing the left-handed hitter Holt to pull. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And fouls that one off the fist. That'll be out of play.
Holt, the base hits he's picked up, a bulk of them back up through the middle. A little surprised they're not pinching more of the middle here. And even with the 2 strikes, that's where he picked up those hits. The patient hitter, not trying to do too much. So he's thinking middle of the field, and that will help him spray the ball all over the place, use where it's pitched.
The error by Chen on Betts, the 3rd batter up in the inning. If the inning would have gone the same way, but for the error, had they recorded an out. This is the 4th extra hitter that Chen has had to face because of his error. 2 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way, and that's going to be inside. So the count goes to 3-2 with 2 outs.
And that pitch count really getting up there now. Over 60 pitches. Very demanding inning. A couple walks already in this inning.
Runners off second and third. 3-2 pitch on the way, and they're loaded again. Well, the 10th batter will come up for the Red Sox in this 3rd inning. And it keeps getting uglier and uglier for Wei Chen. It's 4 walks. He surrendered in the ball game, all in the inning. Jason Garcia, who hasn't pitched for a long time, is up in the bullpen. So we're back to where this inning started. Xander Bogaerts started it out with a walk and scored a run. Bases loaded, pitch up high for a ball. 5-1 lead for the Red Sox with the 4 in, and still looking for a big hit. They've done this on walks and errors. 1-0 delivery, and that ball will be popped up first base side. Davis on the outfield grass, wind blowing it. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. So a couple of errors and walks in the inning, and the Red Sox get 4 and lead 5-1. Enjoy exclusive ticket savings, Major League Baseball's most flexible exchange policy, access to postseason tickets, and orange carpet benefits. 13 game plans are still available. For complete details, Orioles.com/season. 5-1 lead as the rain begins to come down here in Boston. We have winners for both the men and women crossing in the Boston Marathon. The women's winner, Caroline Rotish, has crossed the finish line ahead of all other women. And Lalisa Desia from Ethiopia is the men's winner in the Boston Marathon today. Now there'll be thousands of others that will continue to cross into the night on Boylston Street.
Yeah. Unbelievable how fast they finish, right?
It is. It's amazing. Pitch will be taken outside. Orioles now need to battle back here. 5-2-0 for Boston. 1-3-3 for the Orioles. He said only one of those runs in the third inning was unearned. So you've had 2 unearned runs put up, one in the first inning, one in the third. Masterson needs to throw strikes and doesn't, and the count goes to 3-1. Manny Machado hit the ball hard, lined out to Bogarts, the shortstop. 2 for 12 in the series. This one hit hard and right at him. Victorino's there. They have positioned Manny defensively to deny hits. Text Masson's word of the day, power, to 29292 for your chance to win a meet and greet with Buck Showalter. Presented by Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, who encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Ryan Flaherty, breaking ball for a strike. Flaherty an RBI double, his first time up. 4-game hit streak now for Flaherty. Barnway waiting on deck.
The Orioles offense, even though down right now, you know, they have the ability to battle back. They certainly don't feel like they're out of this ball game. You know, keep putting up the good at bats, the quality at bats. Stay with your game plan. Masterson in his last start gave up 7 earned runs, you know, and he lost command. He ended up having 3 walks in that game. So wait him out, be patient, wait for the mistakes, and the big innings will come. And the Red Sox are well aware of this offense the Orioles have, so they're not satisfied either.
That'll go down to first base. Big hop played. Napoli will go to the back. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Obviously, what the Red Sox trying to do now is get this thing official, just in case the rain comes. With the 5 innings in, and maybe Mother Nature will cooperate with the clouds all around the area. Let these 2 teams complete this on this bone-chilling day. Here is Lavarnway, strikeout victim, his first time up. He got spoiled because Friday night's opener was so nice. It was like mid-60s. It was a really nice evening, early spring night. The next 3 games, however, have been played in some very cold weather. It's that breaking ball again that he bends in over that inside corner. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Lavarnway.
Yeah, real tough on the righties. Starts it at their front hip. A little flinch, and they give up on the pitch, and it's been breaking back over.
Timeout was taken on that, with Lavarnway stepping out.
Masterson feeling like he's in a little bit of a groove right now, working fast. Pretty good job by Lavarnway, not being completely set in there.
1-1 delivery. Pitch will miss up high. Masterson, he works in a hurry. Count goes to 2-1. Lavarnway's trying to slow him down here, keeping 1 foot in the batter's box as he's required to do, but trying to take a little time. 2-1 pitch on the way, and that'll be fouled off. Very light, cold drizzle falling. A number of fans have moved up underneath the grandstand, trying to stay out of that and trying to stay warm at the same time, neither of which is easy. Pitch on the way, and Lavarnway swings at 1 outside. 1-2-3 inning. We will go to the bottom half of the 4th. 5-1 Boston.
Fenway Park. Well, Ryan Flaherty doubles home a run. We get the Orioles going after a Travis Snyder triple. But my, oh my, Chen can't handle the comebacker. First error in 2 years. Allowing Betts to score, and then Machado, the Platinum Glove winner, can't come down with this one. Another rare error. 5 unearned runs have come across for the Red Sox. Orioles defense letting them down a little bit. Remember, Geico 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Raining harder as expected. And on this day, the weather forecast is just about right. They said the rain would move in at noon and it would rain the rest of the day hard. Chen goes back out on the mound. And the pitch on the way hitting. That hurts even more. So Hannigan, hit by a pitch, will head down here, start the 4th inning off. Red Sox have had the leadoff man on now 3 out of the 4 innings against Chen, who generally gets 70% of leadoff batters out.
Yeah, weighing Chen a little bit off. Take a look who's hot and who's not. Everett Cabrera red hot for the Orioles in the 6-game hit streak, 273 RBI and 3 runs. Mookie Betts cooling down a little bit, just 1 for 9 with 2 punch-outs in this series.
That'll bring Betts to the plate. Our Who's Hot, Who's Not brought to you by American Standard. Celebrate the season with the American Standard All-Star event. Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com for amazing rebate and refinancing opportunities. Betts has scored twice, reaching on a single and an error. And yes, the official score did change those runs to all unearned. And now the Orioles, Wei-Yin Chen's going to try and battle through this inning. Keep the score right where it is at 5-1. Betts to be followed by Pedroia. Short lead, Hannigan at first base. All popped back. And that'll be a souvenir into the seats. About the time on the marathon finishers, the winners, the men's finisher, Elisa Desisi of Ethiopia, finished at 2:09:17, and Carolyn Rotish, the women's winner, at 2:24:55. You can't do that.
That is flying.
That's not possible. That is not possible. Of course, I suppose it's so cold they were in such a hurry to get into the tent and get some heat at the finish line. That'll hurry you along.
I actually ran in a relay for the Baltimore Marathon, and I had the 6-mile leg at the back end, and I ran that in 2 hours and 30 minutes.
That's good. That's very good. The very fact you ran it is
right.
Great stuff. Pitch is in there for a strike. A 2-ball, 2-strike count on Mookie Betts. Infield, double play death with Hannigan, the base runner at first. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that'll be foul back. I did not know until last night when I was just looking at some stuff on Patriots Day. The Orioles, Baltimore has a connection to Patriots Day. When the Patriots Day was first founded in 1897, the mayor of Boston said it served a dual purpose. One, recognizing the beginning of the Revolutionary War with the battles at Concord and Lexington. Good skip stop. And secondly, recognizing the first bloodshed of the American Civil War, which was in Baltimore, in a riot in 1861 where 4 members of the Massachusetts militia were killed. So originally, when Patriots Day was announced, there was a direct Baltimore connection to it. 3-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way, and that'll be whacked foul. So all of our great people in the truck, I wanted to make that point because now, of course, the Red Sox and the Orioles should play every
yes.
Patriots Day game. I won't hear the end of that. 3-2 on Mookie Betts. Hannigan over there at first base. The delivery to him, and that one to center field. Adam Jones going back. He's got a line on it, and we'll put it away. Betts is retired. 1 down. Well, the Orioles proud to join Major League Baseball honoring Jackie Robinson. Each player and coach wearing number 42 last Wednesday has autographed that jersey. They are available at auction to benefit the Orioles Charitable Foundation and the Jackie Robinson Foundation. The bidding closes Wednesday evening at 10. Go to Orioles.com/auction to make your bid. Dustin Pedroia sacrificing a strikeout. Pitch is in there for a strike to him. Still looking for his first hit in this series, 0 for 8.
And Chen, nice job getting the breaking ball over, but still struggling. Betts getting the first out, but threw a lot of pitches there. The command just off a little bit. When it's off and you have a patient team, you'll end up taking advantage of that.
Just looking around here, I think he's the only Orioles player, and probably the only player. He doesn't have a long jersey on underneath. It's got to be freezing. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that's going to be inside. Everybody else, maybe Lavarnway doesn't either, but he's just got the short under jersey, as does Lavarnway. At least Lavarnway's got a little more protection. Everybody else got that long sleeve jersey underneath. Obvious for Chen, he probably just feels better. Or you can have a hoodie on and have it up. Snyder. 2-1 delivery on the way. Pop up coming back to the screen. Lavarnway just in case, but it'll be on the other side.
A cool day, and the Red Sox players, and most generally everybody in Major League Baseball knows that there are going to be these days in April. Just have to fight through them and wait for things to start warming up.
Orioles, of course, off to Toronto. You don't have to worry about the weather for the games anyway. Indoors. Chen, 2-2, 1 down. Rocket shot. Straight up the middle. Adam Jones will get it back in. Hannigan will stop at second base. Pedroia gets the base hit. 2 on and 1 down.
Ball came right back from whence it came. Fastball here to Pedroia. Right over the head of Chen. Out into center field.
The rotation in that series in Toronto, it'll be Bud Norris going. Ball game tomorrow against Mark Burley. Ubaldo Jimenez and Aaron Sanchez. Chris Tillman and Drew Hutchison. Those are the matchups for the three. Then the Orioles will come home next Friday, and these Red Sox will be there. The Red Sox will be playing in Tampa starting tomorrow. David Ortiz, a sacrifice RBI in the first on a fly ball, and he is popped out.
Communication going on between Cabrera and Flaherty on the double play situation. Who's going to be covering?
Home run cut, and he hit Lavarnway a little bit on that swing, and a little excuse me after that.
A cut by David Ortiz. Bat comes back and catches Ryan on that right knee, the top of the right knee.
Fortunately on the top of the shin guard. 0-2 the count. That'll be inside under the arms. Ortiz against Wei Chen. 8 for 22 with a homer.
See Chen's pitch arsenal this season against the lefties. The fastball 58. Good breaking ball 39% of the time. Staying away from the change, which is common. Typically using that against the right-handers.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. A little low, probably inside as well. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Hannigan hit by a pitch on at second base. Pedroia the base hit on at first. That forces Manny Machado to have to play closer to third base than he normally would against Ortiz in this shift with a runner at second. 2-2 delivery on the way. And another full count. 3-2. Orioles bullpen continues active. Light rain continues to fall. Garcia up second time. Three ball, 2 strike count. Only one down, looking for the ground ball. Won't get it off that one. It's a foul ball. And the count stays at 3-2.
Trying to find that way. Ground ball here to get Chen out of the inning. Of course, Ortiz not too fast, so there is an opportunity. A slow developing ground ball that can still turn 2.
Again, the 3-2 delivery. Ortiz the ground ball. We go to Flaherty. There's the flip one, relay, and a fine double play turn. And that's what the Orioles need, and they got it. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Tough double play. Cabrera taking that from the unusual angle. Day. Justin Masterson against Snyder. Ball got by Betts. Snyder all the way to third, brought home by Ryan Flaherty, who followed it up with a double, and the Orioles on the board. Some good defensive play have been made. Ortiz had a chance for RBIs, couldn't get it. Then a big error charged on Manny Machado. 3 errors in the ball game, and it is a 5-1 game with all the Red Sox runs unearned on this Patriots Day. And our Major League Notebook, the Boston is hosting Baltimore. Patriots Day for the 2nd straight year. Since '69, the Red Sox 20-24 in Patriots Day games. And the Orioles are 2-4 in Boston on these Marathon Day ball games. Windy? Yes.
Oops. Turned it inside out.
Mary Poppins. And a strike taken. Looks like we will certainly get this ball game in officially. Whether we get 9 in, we'll see. Masterson's delivery is swung on and missed. Everett Cabrera grounded out his first time up. Masterson has walked 2 and struck out 4. Chen has walked 4 and struck out 2. The ball got away in center field. 5-3-0 for Boston. 1-3 and a big 3 in the error department for the Orioles, committing as many errors in this game as they had through the first 12. 0-2 pitch on the way. Slow roller. Fought it to stay alive with a 2-strike count.
A lot of sliders to the lefties. Pretty good pitch. He said good quality. Some a little harder than others. Pretty good depth with that pitch. I'm hoping Masterson can really bounce back. Last season, a tough year for him. Lost a lot of velocity. His velocity's dropped over the years. When Boston first signed him, it was back in 2006. He was bringing it up there 97, 98 miles an hour out of the pen. He went to Cleveland and became a very dominant power pitcher. A firm fastball, that sinking fastball, about 95 miles an hour, but the velocities continued to come down. And this year you see the fastball 88, 89 miles an hour. Never been able to get it up. I'm hoping he can get stronger and get that velocity back and help stabilize the rotation.
3 ball, 2-strike count. Cabrera with De Aza waiting on deck, and he swings and misses out of the strike zone for strikeout number 5. One away here in the 5th.
You see, not the overpowering fastball, but when you mix in the slider, you look at the Nissan pitch track and the location of these pitches, nothing on the plate. So quality pitches all the way through, and Cabrera expanding the zone for strike 3.
That'll bring up Alejandro De Aza. De Aza's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. Masterson here in this ballpark has a 10-5 record with an ERA of 4.8. His 43rd career appearance and his 15th start here at Fenway. 30 years old now. In at third base comes Holt. Orioles need runners. De Aza takes it for a strike. Alejandro De Aza at 239 with a couple of home runs on the year. He and Cabrera sharing the primary duties in the leadoff spot for the Orioles. Today it went to De Aza. One of the reasons he's had 11 hits off Masterson in 36 at bats, including 1 home run. He's had more at bats against Masterson than any other Oriole. Breaking ball will miss inside.
Yeah, a lot of those at bats coming when De Aza with the White Sox and Masterson with Cleveland. They had some showdowns against each other.
Right-hander's 3-1 pitch on the way, taken, and a strike called. Wet enough now. You see the batters trying to keep the bat dry and the bill of their cap, keep the water from dripping down. It's not raining hard, but it's raining. And a swing and a foul ball by De Aza. Count 3-2.
Buck likes De Aza and Cabrera at the top of the order or at the bottom of the order. He was asked about double leadoff guys, 1 and 9 being speed, but they've both put together some pretty good at bats. They like to work pitchers. They don't try to do too much. They put the ball in play, and they're fast enough that they can put some pressure on the defense as well.
3-2 delivery again. Same result. Well, it's the same place. New baseball is brought out for Andy Fletcher, home plate umpire. It is just a miserable day. This is a tough day to do anything outdoors, much less play baseball. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way, and again, it's 3 of them over there. De Aza has fought off at least 10 pitches here in this at bat by Alejandro.
Yeah, good job making him work. Wear him down a little bit more and hope for a mistake, get a guy or 2 on.
Trying to supply souvenirs to the fans here who have been hardy enough to come out. Napoli joins in by flipping it into the seats.
And you see all the pitches down with some, then working in here to try to finish them off.
11th pitch of the at bat.
It's 4 in a row. Fastballs in that he's pulled foul.
Masterson, he's up to 83 pitches thrown. He's got to get through this inning in order to be the pitcher of record for the Red Sox. 3-2 delivery on the way, and he walked him. There's an at bat by De Aza. He earns it. And he gets the free pass. Let's take a look at our PNC minor league report on Christian Walker.
Yeah, Christian Walker in AAA Norfolk, batting average at .250. Doesn't have a home run yet. 3 doubles, 4 RBI, but he's currently riding that 5-game hitting streak, 8 for 19. That on base plus slugging percentage at .645. And a monster year last year in AA and AAA. For big things out of Christian Walker and improve that defense, and right there the 5-game hitting streak looks like he's back on track.
Paredes goes after the first pitch. He will send that curving into the seats down the left field line, foul. Paredes has a double, and he has grounded out 6 hits, 12 at bats in this series. Talked about the Orioles on base percentage yesterday with that walk by De Aza. That helps the cause. The Orioles are 3rd in the league in on base percentage coming into today's play, even though they are only 9th in walks. They've been hitting the ball and getting on base 4th in average in the league and 7th in runs. Paredes with a 2-strike count. Justin Masterson trying to work through this after that long at bat by De Aza, and backs him off a little bit. 89-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-2.
One of the problems he's had against the lefties is that two-seamer running back over the plate, so he makes sure of it there, gets ahead and really force it inside. It's okay if you miss in there when you're ahead.
1-2. Runner not going anywhere. Did he go? Nope. Tom Woodring down at third base.
Paredes, there have been some questionable check swing calls, but look at him. He holds his bat there. Oh, no, I didn't go. Look, it's right there. I didn't go.
Check swings. Ugh. The villain of the game. Runner goes. Swing and got him. So strikeout Paredes. Down to second base goes De Aza. You will be credited with a stolen base on that. The Orioles get a runner into scoring position with 2 down.
Pretty good job of breaking up the rhythm. A couple hard fastballs in, and then the slider. Really good slider down and in to Paredes as he swings through. Hannigan can't quite get the handle to make the attempt to throw out De Aza. He slides in safely.
So 2 away. The runner on at second base. Adam Jones 0 for 1 and a walk in the ball game. So now he is 8 for 15 in this series with a home run and 5 RBIs. Adam will take the pitch outside for a ball. 5-1 ball game. Red Sox on top with all 5 of the runs unearned. And the Orioles trying to battle back right here and hope the rain holds off to give them the at-bats necessary to get back in the game. That'll catch the outside corner for a strike. Maryland Live Casino inside the numbers. Homers. Orioles at the top.
Yeah, most games with 1 or more homers. The Orioles there with 11. Nationals 10, Rays 10, Tigers 10. But this team can hit the ball. Last year led all of Major League Baseball with 211. A pretty good home run streak right now.
Orioles lead the majors in homers, coming in with 19. Have not added to that today. Masterson does not give up a lot of home runs. That sinking fastball he uses, as we said, one of the most pronounced ground ball pitchers going. Trying to lift the ball against him can be difficult. Jones with a 1-ball 2-strike count. On at second base, De Aza. Adams' ground ball will go to short. Bogarts gets it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 5th at Fenway. It is 5-1 Red Sox. Automotive, offering you 20 convenient locations throughout the Baltimore area. Visit them in store or online at mile1.com.
Well, after 4 different start times, the Orioles looking forward to 5 consecutive night games as they head across the border and take on the Blue Jays for 3, and then back home they get the Red Sox again.
Wei and Chen gutting this one out. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, Buck Showalter not wanting to go to the bullpen here early. It's been used a lot in this series. So he stays with Chen. He's had Garcia up twice. And that one will be fouled back. Alan Craig getting his second at bat. He drew a walk, scored in the 3rd inning, came in for Hanley Ramirez, who left not feeling well after starting the game in left field. Stayed in and played today. It felt worse. So he's out.
Yeah.
And a 2-strike count to Alan Craig. Pitch will be taken down low.
Wei and Chen's pitch count up to 89 now. The Buck would love for Wei and Chen, and we talked about Gonzalez yesterday. Start eating up a few more innings. There's a goal of both of them. Nice fastball right there to get up over 200 innings on the year. There's an opportunity, even though Chen doesn't have his best stuff and unfortunate defense in this ball game. Still working hard. They're dotting the fastball down and away. Get that first out. This is what's going to make him tougher and be able to persevere through some of the tough times as the season goes on.
Chen records his 3rd strikeout. Here's Napoli. He's drawn a walk and popped out. Pitch will be taken outside for a ball. Off speed delivery at 81. That pitch misses inside, maybe a little low. 2-0 count on Napoli. Now Yunichi Tazawa in the bullpen. Masterson has gone 5, pitcher of record. 2-0 delivery on the way. That is going to miss inside, and the count goes to 3-0. Starting to throw out some of these baseballs now as they get wet, even though they are not being hit. There's enough rain to do that. 3-0 delivery. Groundskeeper came out, talked to the umpires between innings. It's starting to rain harder. Sure looks like the intent here is they're just going to play while they can, and if it gets to the point where they can't, they'll stop. The tarp's been covered. There's no doesn't look like they intend to put it out there, and it's miserable. Buck Showalter's on his way out. The call's been made to the bullpen. That'll be it for Wei and Chen. Chen just exits in a hurry. Red Sox have a 5-1 lead. We are in the 5th inning with the rain coming down at Fenway.
Just gave up the 3 hits. 5 runs, none of them earned. He had 5 uncharacteristic walks, made an error in this ball game. Defense let him down a little bit. 3 punch-outs, but 95 pitches to get through the 4 in the third. Now take a look at the AT&T call to the bullpen. AT&T, proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles. AT&T mobilizing your world. Well, Jason Garcia now into the ball game. Rule 5 pick. And the team out of spring training, and Buck Showalter hoping this type of experience here will get him into more games as the season rolls on. Fastball at 78% of the time, breaking ball 22%. Real good slider. Buck loves his delivery. He can repeat it for a young kid. Good mound poise. See his numbers there, 2.45. Earned run average, 3 2/3 innings of work so far this season.
He has not pitched since the 10th of April, so it's been a long time here. As Showalter's reluctant to bring him in a situation other than this. Pitch will be inside. Shane Victorino turns away. On at first base, Napoli. 5 walks by Chen. That equals his career high in walks in a ball game. Victorino has 2 RBIs. Well, I guess he doesn't anymore. He had 2 RBIs, so they changed the ruling. It was an error at third base in that 3rd inning on Manny Machado that allowed 2 runs to score. 2-0 count. Really raining fairly consistently now and blowing around. Three-0 count. And Garcia will get it in there for a strike. Getting a little wet here on the counter, partner.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's raining inside the booth right now.
Three-one delivery on the way. That'll catch the inside corner for a strike.
Good pitch there to get back into the count. And Garcia, really good stuff. They love his arm. It was a tough call to keep a Rule 5 pick, a young guy into the bullpen, and they're hoping more times they can get him in.
Bat out recorded on the air on a shattered bat.
More success he'll have and confidence will grow. Nice job coming back to get that broken bat out.
That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Holt up to the plate. Crew chief taking a long look here, and again fans moving away as the rain gets a little bit harder, and no sign of the grounds crew as they have apparently no intention of bringing out the tarp here. 2 down, the delivery on the way, and that'll be hit towards second base. Ryan Faraday's got a force there to Cabrera, and that's what they will get. So that'll do it here in the 5th inning. 5-1 Boston. Our Mazda 2-ups for the Orioles. Davis, Snyder, and Machado. the lumber. Well, on this day, the Orioles picked up some extra base hits. Snyder would get one. He got by Betts in center field. He would have a triple, would come around to score on Flaherty. That's an extra base hit, a double, and an RBI. And then that one whacked out into the bullpen area on the ground rule double. But it's been the Red Sox ball game 5-1. Masterson out of the ball game.
5 innings of work for Masterson, just the 3 hits, but they were all the extra base hit variety. Coming into this game, he'd only given up 1 extra base hit, 1 earned run, 93 pitches, so he's out of the ball game. And now it's time for the Jiffy Lube pitching change. It's time for a little relief for your car too. Visit Jiffy Lube for regular oil changes and help prevent damage and wear to your engine. Jiffy Lube. Drive in today. Tazawa into the ball game. 52% fastball. It's a pretty good one too. Works in the mid-90s with the fastball. The breaking ball. It's a curve and a slider, but it's that changeup. It's a split finger that is devastating. Very nasty in the back end of this bullpen. Getting some work here in the middle part of this game. 4 2/3 innings with nothing for an earned run average.
They don't know how long you can play in this stuff. I mean, it's raining hard, it's blowing, it's windy and cold, but apparently we're going to go on. Outfield is very wet. They put some more of the turf dry on during between innings. A little dangerous right now, though. Trying to hang on to that baseball. We'll see. Tazawa ready to go to work here. Chris Davis. He'll go after the first pitch and pop it up. Good luck with that. Into left field. Craig into the raindrops, able to come away with it. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. So Davis with an 0 for 2 and a walk in the ball game, retired on the first pitch. Here's Travis Snyder. He got that triple in the second inning and scored, as you saw, on the Flaherty double. The lone run on the board for the Orioles. 5-3-0 for Boston. 1-3-3 for the Orioles. 5 unearned runs for the Red Sox in the game. It's got to have been a while since the Orioles last gave up 5 unearned runs in a ball game. I would think.
Their defense has been so good over the past few years. A little let down today.
Nichi Tazawa, 2-0 count. Chen left the game having given up only 3 hits and all the runs, 5 of them unearned. Pitch will be taken up high, and the count goes to 3-0.
Nice job by Snyder. Keep your patience. You know, they're going to have to face this team 15 more times. So why not take advantage of seeing as many pitches as you can? They're going to see Tazawa a lot as the season rolls on.
That's right there for a strike. Snyder here in the series. A 4-game hit streak extended with that triple. He got his 3rd hit, 3 for 11 with an RBI against Boston. He's got all the layers on today. Yunichi Tazawa, 3-1 delivery, and that'll be fouled into the seats. That's where the folks are, underneath the overhang. Pedroia having a word with the crew chief out there at second base. You got to believe he's talking to him about the weather. Jerry Meals.
Yeah, one of the biggest concerns when it rains is the dirt. If it gets too muddy and slick, that becomes very dangerous. They put so much diamond dry down, and they did again in between innings.
Another one that's going to be fouled away. I am always amazed in this kind of weather. We've seen it a number of times. You guys can come to the plate and hit. I don't know how you do that.
Well,
I don't know how players do that.
Hitting in the rain? Hitting in the rain is
hitting
not
in the
bad.
cold.
Well, the cold makes it a little tougher, but you stand by that big heater in the dugout and you run up there and hope you can stay as warm as possible. It's the defense that's tough. You know, the leather gets stiffer. It's hard to feel the baseball. Your hands are dry and wet, and whenever a ball's hit out, like you mentioned, one of the tougher plays, that pop fly out there to Craig, dealing with the elements.
Another one popped up at the plate this time. Maybe room. Hannigan comes back and puts it away. And gets a nice cheer for it as well. Next Monday, the Orioles host the White Sox 3-game series. Good seats still remain, including Tuesday's Ollie's Bargain Night, presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. All upper reserves $10 when purchased in advance. So get your Birdland summer started. Tickets, Orioles.com, or 888-848-BIRD. Two down. The house cleaning work. Here's Manny Machado. Now his delivery to him, and a check swing that's going to be there for a strike anyway.
Some tough luck today. Couple line drives. Tough thing for a hitter. Square the ball up. You have some good at bats. It's tough not to try to do more, to try to fight for that base hit. Stay within yourself. Stay with what you've been doing. And they will eventually fall.
Machado is lined up. Shortstop. That hard line drive to right field. Couple of hits, 13 at bats in the series. Average has dropped down to 159 on the year with a home run and 5 RBIs. Zawa, an 0-2. Check swing, one around. That'll be it. Orioles are retired in order. 1-2-3 here in the 6th inning. Red Sox on top 5-1. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com and a promo code Triple Play for free entry. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick. The rain, the clouds, the marathon, the game. As it's a little after 1 o'clock here in Boston as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Garcia will stay on. Chen, 5 runs, none earned, 3 hits, 4 1/3, gave up 5 walks, equaling a career high, struck out 3. Masterson on the other side, a run on 3 hits over 5. He walked 3 and struck out 6. Pitchers of record in the ball game. Jason Garcia for the Orioles. Young pitcher on, working now in relief. Xander Bogaerts. He's got the hoodie up and covered up for this at bat. He has popped out, drawn a walk, and scored a run. Garcia He's got that big time fastball. 91 on that one, gets it in for a strike.
Really a two-pitch pitcher. The good fastball, has a nice tight slider. It's so impressive this spring, his ability to locate the slider down in the zone. Very consistent with that pitch.
One ball, one strike delivery on the way. Ball put up in the air to center. Jones. Bogarts, the first out of the inning. Well, fans, once again, you can select one to be immortalized with a bobblehead. The giveaway, part of the AT&T Fans Choice bobblehead promotion. Go to Orioles.com/bobblehead. Zach Britton, Wayne Chen, Darren O'Day, Bud Norris, Steve Pierce. You'll find the numbers there 1 through 5. You can vote at 31826. Each time you text your vote, automatically entered to win a VIP experience, including tickets to the October 4 game. You'll get an autographed bobblehead too and a pre-game experience on the field. Go to Orioles.com/bobblehead. Here's Ryan Hannigan. And Hannigan, fooled by the pitch, takes it on the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, there's a good slider. 85 miles an hour, so it's firm. It's enough bite at the end. It stays on the plate. Good job getting ahead.
Hit by a pitch, a single, and a run scored for Hannigan in the ball game. Another one where he leaned away and the pitch ended up on the inside corner in a 2-strike count.
Buck Showalter in there taking a good look at Garcia. Now obviously saw him through spring training and liked his makeup. It's a different story when you get into the regular season and the difference of situations, whether they're high leverage or low. Young pitchers, you don't want to throw them right into the fire. It could really disrupt their confidence. So try to take it easy. This is a good opportunity for Garcia to go out and show Buck what he's got in a major league game, and then you'll see him progressively get into tighter situations.
That one caught him inside. Hit again. Second time he's been hit by a pitch. He'll get down to first base with one away.
Fastballs inside to Hannigan, both getting a one by Chen here. This fastball just riding in, a little two-seam. Righty catching him on the top of the belt buckle, just chasing him.
Well, the Red Sox get a runner on with one down and go to Mookie Betts at the top of the order. He scored twice, reaching on a single the first time and an error the second. He has flied out to center field. That's the problem when you have a Rule 5 player, a young pitcher, or a young player of any position really, who isn't ready for the majors, and Garcia isn't. He needs work, but you don't want to give him up. So how do you balance that? How do you get him in enough games and enough work so he can grow and grow with confidence? Because if you send him down, you lose him. Ball put up in the air to center. That'll be Jones. Adam will put that one away.
Yeah, that's something that Dave Wallace, Dom Chidi, Buck Showalter, and Dan Duquette are all going to have to kind of balance out with Garcia. They really love his arm and his makeup, and you're right, maybe too early for him to be here at the big league level, so you're going to have to milk him along as the season goes in hopes that, you know, the confidence that he starts to build, the knowledge that he learns from some of the veteran arms out in the bullpen will help him overcome some of the young adjustments that young players have to make.
And the pitch will be taken by Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia's had a base hit, a sacrifice, and he has struck out. One 0 count, 2 down. Hannigan on at first base. Garcia's delivery again is going to be outside. And the count goes to 2-0. Ball game where we've had a lot take place. Well, we've had only 6 hits in the ball game combined, 3 by each team. It's been those 3 errors of the Orioles and the 5 unearned runs for Boston that have been the difference in the ball game. 2-0 pitch down the line, fair ball. That's going to roll into the corner. Hannigan will make the turn, it over to third. See if Butterfield will wave him home. He does. Oh, look at this. Here's the throw to the plate, and not in time. I don't know that I have ever seen a runner go to the outside of the base coach. Butterfield was on the line, and Hannigan ran around him in foul territory.
A lot of times, base coaches will set up to try to keep the runner tight to the line. When you don't have a lot of speed, that's what you're supposed to do. Ball gets in the hands of Machado, and you think there is going to be a play. It's in the glove, but yeah, Hannigan's foot in there just in time. And take a look. See Brian Butterfield on the inside of him.
On the inside, Butterfield. I've never seen that. So video replay looked at by the Orioles. They decide not to challenge here.
Yeah, ball got hung up down that left field line underneath the padding. Piazza was taking a pursuit angle. There you go. You see all the little quirks that Fenway has, and somewhere in there it got stuck.
Well, they add a run. It is a 6-1 lead. RBI picked up by Pedroia, who delivers the RBI double. 2 down, David Ortiz. Ortiz RBI sac flies popped out, and he is hit into a double play. Pitch outside. The Red Sox lead the American League in hitting into ground ball double plays. They will do that as they've got some players in the lineup who are not fleet of foot. They're going to walk him here with first base open, the intentional pass. Alan Craig, the on-deck batter. And there's ball 4. Ortiz will take the intentional pass and head down before the season's done. He'll have a few of those. It's the first one he has picked up this season. Runners on at first and second base with 2 down. Craig in for Ramirez, who left the ball game not feeling well, walked in the third and scored. Struck out his second time up. Red Sox big inning is in that third inning when they score 4 unearned runs and a couple of hits on 1 hit and 2 errors. And the pitch will be taken. It is raining harder than ever.
Yeah, really coming down right now. The wind blowing. Obviously very cool. All the players trying to protect their throwing hand, keeping it in their pocket before the pitch is delivered.
1-0 delivery on the way. With the big cut, fouled it right straight back. Poor fans trying to hang through this. 1-1, 2 down. Orioles squeeze to center field in the outfield, give him that left field line. And the pitch away by Garcia.
Loosening up a little bit now. Fastball velocity climbing a bit. 93 right there.
Runners off first and second base. 2-1 delivery on the way. Craig again jumps on one, or tried to, and fouls it back. So he'll even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Garcia. 2-2, 2 down. Red Sox trying to earn a split of the 4 games, having won the opener on that bottom of the 9th inning RBI. Orioles took the 2 in the middle. Now Boston's got the 6-1 lead here in game 4.
You know, Boston off to a pretty good start. We talked about their offense coming in, but they hadn't lost a series yet this year.
That's going to be a base hit into center field. Pedroia will make the turn. Jones up. He'll just get it back in. So Craig delivers the RBI base hit. Pedroia coming across from second base, and a 7-1 game.
Showalter looking on. This one staying up just a little bit. Slider just biting at the end. You elevate to good hitters, give them a better chance, and Craig comes through his limited opportunities.
Ortiz stopped at second base. 2 on and 2 down. Mike Napoli will stand in. A couple of walks, robbed of a hit on a fine play by Davis at first base, his first time up. And a pop-up caught with his back to the infield. Red Sox now 7 runs, 5 hits. Garcia with a 1-0 delivery, and that's foul back. Orioles will be happy to be in a stadium that can be closed starting tomorrow. They head off. I guess the Red Sox will do the same thing. Red Sox go south, Tampa. Orioles north. Play against Toronto. Pitch will be outside. No warm-up action in either bullpen here. I'm sure neither team doesn't want to go any deeper into the pen, and you got to wonder whether this game goes anywhere after this inning is over. Pitch on the way to him, that'll be fouled straight back.
Yeah, Buck Showalter was concerned at the beginning of this series about using up too many arms in the bullpen, so this opportunity for Garcia to take this game as far as it can go looks like it's in his hands.
Napoli, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz and Craig are the base runners. Pitch on the way to third. There's a force at the bag. Manny Machado will take it there, and that will do it here in the inning. But a couple of runs score as they add 2, and the Red Sox after 6 lead at 7-1.
First and third, a comebacker, a sure-handed Wei and Chen, but no, he bobbles it. Can't get the handle. Run scores, and next thing you know, that inning opens up. 3 errors for the Orioles today, 5 unearned runs. Defense letting them down a bit. The Orioles offense looking to try to get back on track through this soggy Patriot Day.
Adding more of the diamond dust turfus to soak up water. Again, another discussion took place between innings with Jerry Meals, crew chief, and the grounds crew here in Boston. Just trying to keep it dry. And it looks like we will mosey along here into the 7th inning. Water buildup out there along the infield in some places, but they put a lot of that drying agent on. Follow the Orioles all season with MLB.com at Bat, #1 app for live baseball. At Bat up to the moment, anytime, any moment. In-game highlights, look-in, replays, radio broadcasts, and more. Get it, MLB.com at Bat for your smartphone or tablet. And the Nieves, pitching coach for the Red Sox. They will get bullpen action up. Inichi Tazawa, after Masterson worked 5, will stay out on the mound. Retired the side in order in the 6th inning and will work here in the 7th. Orioles will have Ryan Flaherty coming to the plate. Double. Ground ball out. Picked up an RBI. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs on the season. Has upped his average to 304 with the 5 for 10 that he's had in this series. And 2 of those 3 RBIs he's put up have come in this 4-game set.
Yeah, nice to see that the work Ryan Flaherty's put in with hitting coach Scott Coolbaugh starting to pay off. Seeing some dividends here. That batting average up over 300.
Down the line, short porch, and just miss. Headed for the pesky pole.
Yeah, no good swing there by Ryan Flaherty. Really working on controlling his body. The lower half at times can drift too far forward, causing too much head movement. And of course, trying to use the whole field. The big guy gets into the shift. Coolbaugh trying to get him to use left field a little bit more. It's been nice to see him pick up a few hits to left field here in this series.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Up the middle. Up the middle, right through the wickets. On Yunichi Tazawa, and Flaherty continues with a red-hot bat. 2 for 3 in the game.
There you go, the hanging split finger, and you're really not going to be able to put a good swing on if your head isn't right. And look at the eyes, right down to the bat head, tracking the baseball all the way in. Finds that hole right back through the middle.
That'll bring Lavarnway up. Couple of strikeouts in the ball game for the Oriole catcher today. Ryan Lavarnway, first appearance in the series here in game 4. Cabrera waiting on deck. Tazawa's delivery to him, and that will be taken for a strike.
Rub up that baseball, even with the moisture, the cool air, and the wind. Dry it out. Make that baseball slick.
Short lead at first base by Flaherty. The 0-1 delivery on the way. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. Curveball, and takes the count to 0-2.
Tazawa, a lot of weapons. Good with the fastball, can rush it up there in the mid-90s. See a nice breaking ball there, well located the last 2 pitches. Splitty, that big strikeout pitch.
That one is going to miss, bouncing off the plate.
Tazawa this season against righties, what he's featuring, the fastball 52% of the time, the breaking ball at 23, and then that split finger at 25% of the time. So nice mix, likes to get ahead, put that fastball and the breaking ball, and goes for the punch out with the splitting.
Lavarnway, 1-2 count. Flaherty off first, facing Tazawa for the first time, puts it in the air to center field. Betts is there to put it away. Flaherty will go back to the bag. Lavarnway is retired. 1 down here in the 7th inning. John Farrell is on his way out. So John will make the pitching change here. Get Tazawa out. He worked an inning and a third. Gave up 1 hit. And responsible for the base runner on. Boston leading the Orioles 7-1. 3 against the Blue Jays in Toronto. Bud Norris will take the mound against Mark Burley. Our coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with those extra, presented by Jeep, followed by game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
Bud Norris looking for the first win and looking to bring that earned run average down. Some inconsistencies with his fastball here in the early going. He's going to be taking on Mark Burley, 2-0 record here in the early going with a 3.75.
Runner on at first base. Robbie Ross Jr. on to pitch. Cabrera at the plate, 0 for 2. Ross has appeared in this series.
And you see his pitch arsenal there. The fastball 86% of the time. With the curve and slider.
Down to first one. Got a tag at second and will. And that will do it here in the inning. So only 3 up. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. 7th inning stretch time here on the Patriots Day in Boston.